Hi, PerspectiveWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, August 5th. Not a bad start to the new work week here in the Mid-Atlantic region. We have a low-level flow of air out of the north in the I-95 corridor. Temperatures and humidity levels tolerable this morning. It does get warmer and more humid by tomorrow afternoon and stays quite warm and humid on Wednesday. We have a series of frontal systems coming our way. The chance for showers and thunderstorms will be minimal today, start to increase some tonight and on Tuesday, but probably reach a peak later Wednesday and Wednesday night. There is the chance for some strong storms late Wednesday and Wednesday night with some heavy rainfall as well. It looks like, looking ahead, there could be a refreshing air mass coming into the Mid-Atlantic region for the upcoming weekend. It begins to be felt on Friday and especially Saturday and Sunday. We could have comfortably warm conditions with relatively low humidity values. And again, the refreshing air mass this weekend could just be a signal of what's to come. There are numerous refreshing looking air masses coming our way from the southern part of Canada, across the Great Lakes, into the Northeast over the next few weeks. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So right now it's looking like August might not be a bad month at all temperature-wise here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Well, let's start off by focusing in on tropical activity. A couple of waves, but nothing really impressive right now. There is one wave we've been following for the past several days out here now into the Caribbean, the very eastern part of the Caribbean. It will encounter some dry air over the next 24 hours or so as it continues to slide to the west here, so it does not appear that it has a chance to intensify into a tropical storm. So again, even though it looks fairly well organized right now, it will encounter some of that Saharan dust air mass that has pushed to the west from the west coast of Africa all the way into the Caribbean. We'll see that in a moment here. So again, not a good future for this particular wave, and really it's looking rather diffuse. Nothing too organized out here in the eastern part of the Atlantic, maybe a little bit of a wave there. All in all, relatively quiet look for the next few weeks, it looks like, in the Atlantic basin, with subsidence dominating the scene. That's downward motion in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. It looks like that will inhibit tropical storm formation over the next few weeks in the Atlantic basin. Well, here's a map of that aforementioned dry air mass, the Saharan dust, that again rides with the trade winds from Africa into the Atlantic basin here. And here's that wave we were just talking about in the eastern part of the Caribbean. But look, right ahead of it, we have all this dry air, and this will really inhibit the chances for intensification of that particular wave. Sometimes that dry air all the way moves from Africa all the way into the Caribbean Sea and into the western part of the Atlantic, and indeed it looks like an inhibiting factor for this particular wave. And all in all, again, it's looking rather quiet over the next few weeks in the Atlantic basin. Well, let's get back to the continental U.S. and take a look at the 850 millibar temperature anomalies going forward, and we'll just kind of ride through the next couple of weeks. I want to point out air mass, refreshing air mass after refreshing air mass coming from the southern part of Canada across the Great Lakes into the northeast U.S. over the next few weeks. It looks like, all in all, August is not looking like a bad month at all when it comes to temperatures here in the Mid-Atlantic region, as well as the northeast U.S., the Great Lakes, and the northern plains. This is the way it looks starting off today, relatively normal. Again, decent start to the new work week. We get warmer and humid, especially on Tuesday and on Wednesday as well. But let's just move forward here and watch what happens. We'll kind of move along at a pretty good clip. Here we are now by a Tuesday evening going into Wednesday. And look at this colder than normal air mass here across southern Canada. That is headed our way, it looks like, in the Mid-Atlantic region for the upcoming weekend. It does lose some of its punch, but nonetheless, here we are now by the latter part of the work week here into Thursday, and here is that beautiful air mass for this time of the year up across the northern plains, western Great Lakes, and it heads all the way into the Mid-Atlantic, northeast U.S., by Friday and Saturday, and we could have temperatures on Saturday and Sunday, even in the urban areas of the I-95 corridor, in the lower 80s, below normal for this time of the year, with very nice humidity levels to go along with the temperatures below normal. And that is refreshing air mass number one. Let's now keep moving forward here. And look at this, kind of a reinforcement. Here we are a week from now, the early part of next week, and another nice air mass showing up here across southern Canada. In fact, all of southern Canada, the northern U.S., really dominated by cooler than normal conditions. This is now the middle part of August, the Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And here we go. Look at this. The northern plains, by the middle part of next week, that too ends up moving into the eastern U.S., all the way down into the southern U.S. And this is now the end of next week. Again, I just want to point out that there certainly are signs for every few days getting a refreshing air mass coming across from the northern plains to the Great Lakes into the middle part, into the mid-Atlantic region and the northeast U.S. Here we are right now in the middle part of August. Nice, cooler than air mass, perhaps for next weekend as well. Not only this upcoming week, but the following weekend. This particular air mass may be right here in the eastern U.S. Well, let's now take a take a look at the surface mass from last night's 6E GFS model run. Nice day today overall. There's a slight chance for an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. They'll be quite isolated. A little better chance tonight, even better on Tuesday, but the best chance looks like it'll come late Wednesday and Wednesday night. That'll be the strongest frontal system that comes our way from the northwest to the southeast. Could even be some strong storms late Wednesday night with some heavy rainfall. Let's move forward here. And again, just a scattering of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. A little bit more likely south of the Mason-Dixon line, places like D.C. It's a relatively decent shot at a shower or thunderstorm during the p.m. hours. And here we are now moving into the overnight hours. Tuesday, a little bit more humidity, quite warm, probably highs in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor. On Tuesday afternoon, 85 to 90 degrees. Again, the chance for showers and thunderstorms will bump up some tomorrow afternoon and evening. And then here we go, headed into Wednesday morning. Nice looking trough here, strong frontal system across the Midwest as we start the day on Wednesday, and then that slides into the Mid-Atlantic region. Even the GFS here is producing some heavier rainfall here late Wednesday night. I think, again, this is the best shot at strong storms, perhaps even severe thunderstorms, late Wednesday night in the I-95 corridor region. Possible heavy rainfall here. Look at that. GFS puts out quite a blob of heavier precipitation right on top of the I-95 corridor late Wednesday going into Wednesday night. And that moves on through. Still the chance for showers and thunderstorms. Another frontal system here sliding through late Thursday. That tends to pave the way for better conditions beginning as early as Friday. High pressure really over the Great Lakes, setting up for the end of the week, going into the weekend. Anytime you have high pressure taking control that is to the north and west of the Mid-Atlantic region this time of year, that is a good thing. That inhibits any extended hot and humid weather. And indeed, it looks like a refreshing air mass coming our way for the upcoming weekend. Here is that high, and here we are now Friday night. Still a residual chance for a shower or thunderstorm south of the Mason-Dixon line late Friday, but by the time we get into Saturday, that high pressure dominates. Again, it's looking like, at this point, several days ahead, Saturday and Sunday look very nice indeed. Perhaps highs confined to the lower 80s in much of the I-95 corridor region with comfortable humidity levels. So again, the strongest thunderstorms this week may very well occur late Wednesday and Wednesday night, and the upcoming weekend could be a refreshing air mass in the Mid-Atlantic region, and there's more of that to come as we progress through the month of August. That's it for now. For PerspectiveWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Orion.